Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm taking you on a journey through the highs and lows of real estate investing. I'm diving headfirst into my very first house flip, filled with hopes and big profits and dreams of success. But what happens when those dreams actually come crashing down and you find yourself staring at a $30,000 loss? In this video, I'm gonna be pulling back the curtain, sharing the raw, unfiltered truth about my first house flip gone wrong. We're going to dive deep into the nitty-gritty details of what went down, the mistakes I made, and the invaluable lessons I learned along the way. That way you don't have to make the same mistakes. Now I know what you're thinking. No one wants to talk about the losses. But here's the reality, folks. In the fast-paced world of real estate investing, losses happen. And I've made losses even to this day after that property. And today I'm laying it out all on the table because transparency is key and learning from our failures is where true growth begins. If you're ready to join me on this roller coaster ride of triumphs and tribulations, buckle up and make sure you watch till the end. Trust me, you won't want to miss a second of this journey. And while you're at it, please hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps me get this channel out to create more valuable free content just for you to find your first deal and get paid. When buying a house flip, there's usually 3 ways that your deal can get absolutely ruined and you end up losing money. Now those 3 things are, number 1, you get your wrong after repair value, which means you make less than you thought you would. Number 2 is your renovation costs, which means you spend more than you thought you would on renovation. And then number 3 is your money costs, which is how much more money you have to pay because of time accrued on the project. If you're like me, you can do all 3 things, but typically in order to lose money, you're doing 2 things. And a lot of times it is the renovation that kills you. You never know what you're dealing with until you actually open up walls and buy a property. You can try your best to estimate costs, but some things are just unknown. And if renovation goes over budget, in turn, it ends up taking longer, increases hold time, then you're paying more interest on your money and paying more holding costs. On the other hand, if you have the wrong after repair value and you're listed too high, you'll end up taking a long time to sell because no one wants to make an offer if you're priced too high. So typically 2 factors will make you lose, but on this specific deal that I'm gonna be talking about, I did all 3. So let's analyze this deal and what went wrong, that way you can avoid it. So this deal specifically was a mobile home in Huntington Beach in Southern California. I found this property through driving for dollars. There was a sign in the window and I ended up buying this house for $12,000. I ended up putting $30,000 into this project and I held it for 6 months, paying $3,000 each month, totaling to $18,000. All of my fees to buy this house equaled $5,000 and I ended up selling it for $25,000. All in, all my costs were $55,000. So yup, you guessed it. I lost $30,000. That property was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath home and I ended up doing work that was totally unnecessary. For example, my biggest cost was the windows and I spent $12,000 on it when I really did not need to upgrade that since it was a mobile home and that didn't add enough value. On top of that, I took way more time because I ended up doing most of the work myself. I mean, even to the point, I remember spending my entire birthday weekend painting all the cabinets white. When it comes to flipping a house, you have to make sure you're doing the right renovations for the area, the price, and type of property. You never want to over rehab. And in that scenario, I definitely over rehab. Anytime you put in money into a project, you want to make sure it at least gives you a 2, if not 3x on how much you put into it. For example, if painting the house costs $3,000, then that should add an additional $9,000 of value on the home. The windows cost $12K and it did not add $36K in value to the property, obviously, so it wasn't a good investment. On top of that, there was also properties remodeled that had old windows and I should have literally copied exactly what they did. Rookie mistake number 2. Now, rookie mistake number 3 was guessing the wrong after repair value. I thought my property was gonna sell for at least $50,000, if not more, but it didn't. And here's literally what happened. So I ended up listing it for $57,000 and I wanted to sell it quick. It was sitting for a while. So 2 weeks later, I ended up price dropping that to $50,000. It still sat, so 1 month later, I price dropped it again for $40,000. Now I'm sinking, I'm dying at this point because I know I'm losing money. Ended up sitting on the market for an additional 3 months, so bad to the point I had to take it off the MLS because I couldn't afford to pay a realtor anymore. Eventually, I sold it off market for $25,000 cash. So as you can see, I got my after repair value wrong. I went way over budget on my renovation costs, and I encountered longer hold times, all while paying $3,000 a month just to hold this property. It was a complete nightmare, honestly, but I really learned a lot. And my number one lesson was to not go into projects alone when you're new. Really, don't go into this alone. Go join a coaching program. I ended up joining a coaching program specifically for mobile homes and ended up making a 20% return on my second flip. I did end up giving my mentor some of the profit, but it was so worth it. And I wish I did that from the start, because the point is that I wouldn't have lost that money if I just had somebody coaching me along the way. If you're looking for coaching to help you find your first deal and get paid, and you feel like all of these courses and coaching programs just haven't been a good fit, I'd love to help you. I actually coach my students one-on-one and create a custom step-by-step blueprint extremely tailored to their resources and time. That way, it's not just a one-size-fits-all. I'm really taking the time to create a step-by-step blueprint for you. And if you're interested in that, I offer a free strategy call, free 15 minutes of my time. It's completely risk-free. Go to the link in the description below to sign up for a free call. Love to talk with you. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next video. Shoots. Hey, watch this video next. YouTube really thinks you're gonna like it.